learning Kurdish language. Hello everyone. In today's lesson, I'm going to talk about the other parts of speech in Kurdish language. Because in the previous lessons, we talked about 5 of them. Right now, I'm going to talk about pronouns. Pronouns is somehow so different from Kurdish language. First of all, the pronoun, if we translate it to Kurdish language, we can say J-now. Also, Ra-now is possible. Both are correct. Right now, maybe sometimes I use J-now and sometimes I'll use Ra-now. How we pronounce J-now? J-now, J-now. It means something to replace the noun. Good. Pronouns in Kurdish language is different from English language. How? Let me show you. We know that in English, pronouns divided to 5 types. One of them is in the role of subject. When we have pronouns in the role of subject, we have I, we, till the end. And when we change the position of this pronoun, the style or the spelling of writing down this pronoun will change. How? For example, if we use I in the subject place, we have to write down I. But if we change it to object, we have to write down me. And when we use in the adjective place, we have to use my. And in possessive, we have to use mine, okay? And the reflexive one is myself, for example. That's an example for I. Till the end is the same in English, okay? But in Kurdish, is not like this. How? Let me clarify it in here. For example, in English, if I say I sent him a letter, I is subject. Send is verb. This one is subject. Good. This one is verb. And this one is object. Good. And the last one is object 2. Good. Object number 1, object number 2. Good. Let me use the thinner one. Good. But have a look at here. If we change the position of object to become a subject, if you have a look, him will change to he and I will change to me. Because when we have the position of object, the style or the letters of writing down this pronoun will change. Have a look. I become me, and him in the object when comes into the to the beginning of the sentence and becomes a subject, it changes to he. But in Kurdish is not the same. How? Just let me show you this one. I, if we translate it to Kurdish, is min. I is min. Min is subject. Good. Nameyekim bo onar. This sentence is the Kurdish translation for this sentence. Good. But if I change the position of him, he, I, me in Kurdish language, have a look. Men in the subject position is the same with men in the object or in the tawakeri bayaride position. Because we said that in the previous lessons, when we use anything after bo, ba, la, okay, it becomes tawakeri bayarida. Good. And also here, when we change the position o to the beginning, we have the same o in both positions. And also we have the same men in both positions, even in the subject part or the other part. But in English, no, it's different. Good? Have a look at here. Subject pronoun of men. Men. Men, it means I, me, mine, till the end. And O is equal to he, she, it. Even in the subject position or in the object position, all of them are the same. Good. Be careful and pay attention to this. In Kurdish language is not like English language. We do not have 5 types and 5 different positions. Good. Let's move to the next slide. Good. Here, in Kurdish pronoun, we divided according to some rule. I'll tell you one by one. The first one, we have personal pronouns. Good. Have a look. Personal pronouns. For personal, if we translate it to Kurdish language, we say Jenavi Kasi. Kasi, it means personal. Personal pronoun become a Jenavi Kasi. How we pronounce Kasi? Kasi. Good. Personal pronouns, which is Jenavi Kasi, is divided to two main parts. Good. The first one is independent one. Independent. It means that will not link, join to anything. Just come independently. Good. And for the Kurdish word for independent, we say Sarbakho. Sarbakho independently comes. Sarbakho. That is number one. Good. Personal pronouns, number one. Good. In personal pronouns, we have 6 ones. Good. According to the singular and plural, also, we have both. And for the first person and the second person and the third person, somehow it's like English, but with a small difference. Good. Let me tell you how. For example, for the first person, which is singular, we use men. Men is equal to I. Men. Good. For making plural for the first person, instead of singular, we change to plural. It becomes ema. Ema. Good. For the second singular, we use to. To. Good. I think it's okay for me for writing down. Then here is men. Good. That's men. We ema. Ma. Here is to. You. It becomes to. T-O. To. Ela, for you. I mean, for plural and the second person, plural we have Ela. Ewa. This is the sound of Ela. And for the singular or third person singular, we have for all of he, she, it, we have just O. How we say O? O. That's all. O. And for third person and plural, we say awan. Awan. A. Wa. Ne. Awan. Good. But be careful. In Kurdish language, for all of the he, she, it, we just use O. We do not have any separation for male, female, and thing. Good. All of these are just for personal independent pronouns. Good. Beside this, we have linking ones. Linking one. Good. Pay attention to the linking one. We say likau. Likau. It means linking to a word or a part of a sentence in order to represent a pronoun. Good. For linking ones, we have two main division parts. How? We say in Kurdish, Komale Yakam, the first set, and we have Komale Duham, second set. Okay, I mentioned it here with a different color. For the linking ones, and which is the first linking one, we have these pronouns. For first singular or first person singular, we have me, which is connected to the Kurdish words. If you have a look at here, men is independent, comes independently in the sentence, but me is just one letter, comes and linking with another word or another part of the sentence. Good. Me. For first singular. That is the pronunciation of me. Me. Just me. Good. For making the first plural, we use man. Man. Instead of using we. Man is equal to we. That's for the first one, singular and plural. For the second person, we use t, just t. Okay, that's the pronunciation of t instead of using you. But for you, in English, both two are just equal. But in Kurdish, for second, the plural, we use tan. Tan. Good? Tan. For the third person singular, we use ye. These ye. Just J with ye sound, because this J is ye sound. Be careful. Okay? For all of he, she, it, we just use e. And for third plural person, we use yan. Good? You have a look at here. All of them have an. An in Kurdish means plural. Me is singular. Man, it means plural. We say that me plus an is equal to man. It means pluraling me. T, it becomes tan. Again, t plus an is equal to tan. Good. It means this an, the sign of pluralization and pluralizing the pronouns. Good. For the second set, okay, again it links to a part of a sentence or a word we have here. Okay, just let me clarify for you. For the first singular, again we have me, the same with this one. Okay, but for pluralizing, for first plural linking pronouns, we have yin, 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 instead of using we. Good. For second singular, we use yit or also ye. If you have a look at here, the first set we have t, but in the second set we have ye and yit. Good. And for the second plural person, we use ne. That is in the second set. Be careful. This one is the first set. Here we have tan, but here we have just ne. Good. The last one, which is the third person singular, for he, she, it, we can use at, also a. Sometimes we have nothing. In some situations, we have a pronoun which is nothing, and we can use it for third person singular. Good. And the last one is this one, ne. Ne for third plural. Okay, just have a look at here. Okay, that is the first set. That is the second set for linking pronouns. The second type of Kurdish pronoun we call reflexive pronoun. In English, we have the same. Good? Okay, reflexive pronouns in Kurdish language, we say khoyi. Khoyi. It relates to someone. Good. This is the pronunciation of khoyi. We say that kh is here because we do not have kh in English. We have to pronounce and we have to represent by this letter. Khoyi. Good. Here is the pronouns of khoyi. Good. For first singular person, we use khom. Be careful. Now and more, you have to pronounce kh in a correct way, because in khoyi pronoun, all of them, we have kh inside it. Have a look. For the first person singular, good, we have khom. Khom. Good. Myself is khom. Good. And for khoman, ourselves, we use khoman. Khoman. Again, have a look. Khom, if we add an, it becomes plural of this one. Khom, khoman. Good. The second singular we use, second person singular, we use khot. Khot, yourself, but for just one person. But when we pluralizing, we have to use khotan. For second plural person, we use khotan. Again, we have to add just an. An is the sign for pluralizing. Good. The third singular person, which is khoi, for all of, herself, his and itself, all of them, we have just khoi. In the other sets, we said that for he, she, it, herself, himself, legal itself, all of them, we have just one in Kurdish language. Here right now we have just khoy for all of them. And for third, plural person, in reflexive pronouns we have khoyan. How we pronounce it? This is khe, wo, ya, ne. Okay, here I mentioned an. It means es or s of plural. Good. Be careful. Good. The third set of pronouns, of Kurdish pronouns, we called demonstrative pronouns. Okay? In English, I think we do not have such cases in the subject, object, and adjectives and possessive. No, good. In Kurdish language, we have demonstrative pronouns. In Kurdish language, we say jenawi, nishana. Jenawi, nishana. Here is the pronunciation of nishana. Good. This set is for jenawi, nishana. For nishana, okay, is a kind of demonstrative in English. Good. For a singular which is near, we say this in English. But in Kurdish language, we say or ama. Or ama. Both are possible in different situations. This is the phonetic transcription. Ama. Here is the phonetic transcription of the second one. But for pluralization, we have to use, instead of these in English, when we change to Kurdish, we say amana. Amana. It means these are around us. Amana, which is a plural and near here. Good. For the singular, which is somehow far from us, in English we say that. But in Kurdish we say aw or awa. Both are correct. When we want to use the plural, which is far, in English we say those. But in Kurdish language we say awana, or sometimes we use aw, the name of the thing is, and then we use ana. For example, instead of saying oh kursiana, in English we say those chairs. In Kurdish we say oh kursiana. We divide ana with oh and we put the noun here in order to use the demonstrative pronoun for something which is plural and far instead of those. Here we have the fourth one, which is relative pronouns. Good. Relative, in Kurdish we say both legder, and gener, both. Gener and legder. Here is the phonetic transcription of ga, ya, nare, gener. Good. And also we have legder, connecting together, reflective. Good. Let me show you. Here we have this one. In English, instead of ka, which we have in Kurdish, we use who. In English we have who, which, that. In Kurdish language we have just ka for all of them, while in English we use who for a person, which for thing, and that for both. But in Kurdish language we use just ka instead of all of them. Good. Let's move to the other types of pronouns. Good. Number 5. In Kurdish language we have interrogative pronoun. Interrogative pronoun. In Kurdish language we say persyari. Persyari. Interrogative. In Kurdish we say persyari. Good. Here is the phonetic transcription of persyari. Good. Here instead of some of them, I mentioned some of them. I don't know if I forgot any or not. Just have a look. Instead of saying when, which in English when, in Kurdish we say ki. Okay, this is the pronoun in English. The question words that we use in English, like where, when, how. In Kurdish language, we say these are pronouns. Which type of pronouns? Interrogative pronouns. Good. When it becomes K. When do we have party? كي حفلة كمان here. Okay. Where? Where? How? Chon. Which? Kam. Which it becomes kam. Here we have the phonetic transcription. Where? Again, we have kwa. For both, in Kurdish we have two types of where. Okay, kwe and kwa. Good? Where, kwa. How much and how many? In Kurdish we use just one expression for both, which is chendek or chende. We do not use for example, countable and uncountable. No, in Kurdish we use just one expression and one word for both countable and uncountable nouns. Chende or chendek, also possible. What? Chi. What's your name? Now chi. Good. And for every yes-no questions that we have it, how we make a yes-no question? By having just one helping verb at the beginning of the sentence, it becomes a yes-no question. For example, are you Ali? Is that a chair? Okay. Do you like apple? Okay. Does she till the end? For all of the yes-no questions, we just use aya. Aya hazard lesewa. Do you like apple? Aya. Au kursiya shina. Does this chair is blue? Till the end. Good. That's for yes-no questions. This sixth one, we have hidden or vague. In Kurdish we say Jenawi Nadyar. It is vague and hidden. Okay, we do not know what is exactly the pronoun. Good. How? We call in Kurdish we say Nadyar. For example, something. Something in Kurdish is pronoun, please. Okay, we call pronoun. Which type of pronoun? Nadyar, which is indefinite. Indefinite in Kurdish we say nadyar. Okay, and noun, and hidden or vague, all of them. Just I tried hard in order to translate the Kurdish word to English in order to be understood by you, because in Kurdish we say nadyar, hidden. Good. Like these that I mentioned here. Something we say handek shit or handek shit. Handek shit instead of saying something. Someone, we use kesek. A person, kesek again. All hamu. I mentioned the phonetic transcription for all of them. This is the pronunciation, please. Have a look at them. Some hande or handek, possible also. None of them, for example, hiç. For example, none of them came. Hiçanatun. Okay? A lot, which you do not know. Yeah, you know that it's a lot, but not exactly how much or how many. Good. We say zor. Good. And number 7 is possessive. Possessive, in Kurdish we say hey. Also, we have possessive in English. Yes. Hey. Okay, this is the phonetic transcription of this one. Hey. In Kurdish, it's so simple. It's not like English. For example, mine, ours, yours, his, hers. That is for English language, but in Kurdish just we add he with the subject. For example, himin, mine, himin, mine. Ours, he, Emma. Just we add he for the main pronouns. For example, mine, we say that min. Sorry, let me write down min. Good. Write down, if I add this one, himin, this is the possessive pronoun in Kurdish language. For example, ours, it means Emma. Okay, Emma. He, Emma, is the possessive pronoun. He, Emma. For example, this pen is mine. And pandana, himna, till the end. Yours, he, Ewa. He, o. He, okcha, the same. Here, I mentioned just one example. That is mine. Good. Mine is equal to both he, mina. If I change the pronoun, for example, that's yours. Good. He, here we have to change just toya. We do not change he, because he, it means jenawi he, and possessive pronoun.